It's these people, you're battling people that are in a trance. I don't like doing it. But if you're way on the other side, I won't even bother. It's just too painful for me. The indoctrination that we got going in this country, worldwide, really, is just so strong. Oh man, what they feed the kids. You know, I got a 6-year-old, and they just drown the kids in space, alien space. And you know, when you look at the big pictures, like how.
What is flat Earth in your opinion? What is it? Is it just like is it a simulation? Are we in a simulation?
People are cool with thinking that. People are totally cool with us living in a computer simulation. No one has ever ridiculed for saying, I think we live in a computer. No one has ever. Elon Musk said it. So nobody has ever been ridiculed for that.
Why are they more okay with that than they are with the notion that we might live on a flat plane?
Because as children, we're brought up with Star Trek and Star Wars. They did that shit on purpose. So the indoctrination is so strong. When someone brings up that we could possibly live on a motionless flat plane, I mean, that's what it says in the Bible. All ancient civilizations believed in a flat plane and a firmament and everything. You know, when you put it all together, the only way, if we really do, let's just say we really do, like it says in the Bible and like ancient civilizations thought, we live in a special place. Right. It's motionless. It's a flat plane, and there's a firmament. Meaning there's a dome. That's what it says in the Bible. If that's true, and there is a creator, how are you going to get people to believe in a fake alien invasion? There's no infinite space. Infinite space. There's no way that has anything to do with of the space and all that shit. They were all from the Vatican. They're all Jesuit Freemasons, and they're giving us the story about what's up, what all those lights are in the sky. They're telling us the story that's not the story. Like the Book of Enoch.
Yeah.
You could Google the Book of Enoch, and the Vatican took that out. They made that officially. They took it out of
Enoch. There it is.
The Book of Enoch. When you read most of organized religion is controlled opposition. Went to the moon. Do you think that we live on a ball shooting 1,000,000 miles an hour through space one way, 600,000 miles another way, 60,000 miles another way, and then spinning 1,000 flat Earth?
Flat Earth and the moon landing.
Scientists, flat Earth debates. I have flat earther name. Most of the space stuff that we get, we have to take their word for it.
Right.
We have to take their word for it. But if all the planets are round and all the stars are round, we must be round. Like, dude, you need to look at those lights in the sky through a telescope yourself. Most people aren't even looking through telescopes.
So what you're saying is like
they're lights in the sky.
Interpretation of what the moon is and what that, not so much the moon, but the Jupiter and all these planets are basically based on what NASA has told us, but no one's actually tried to look at these things through a telescope to see.
Now, I didn't say no one. I said most people.
Most people.
And when you do look at those wandering stars, which were changed to planets, they're not what it's not those images that NASA gives you. They're lights in the sky. They're little, and it doesn't make any sense. Like for instance, try to understand this. This is the heliocentric model, right? Let's just say this is the sun, right? And we have all these planets going around the sun, right? Mercury is the one closest to the sun, and then Venus is going this way, and then Earth is the third rock from the sun, and then Mars, and then Saturn, right? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
So imagine this. This is Earth, and then we got Mercury and Venus here.
Yes.
Right? It takes a year to go around the sun. Takes a year. Takes 6 months to get to this side. This is what they're telling us. This is what they're telling us, right?
Okay.
Right?
Right.
I'm not making this up.
I'm listening to you.
So as our planet is going around the sun, it's daytime on the part of Earth that's facing the sun. There's no way this side of Earth is nighttime when the sun is on the inside. Nighttime is always on the outside.
Right.
It's always on the
Right,
outside.
right.
So we're looking like, so if I'm right here,
Right.
right? We're looking at the nighttime,
Yeah.
and all the stars over here
Right.
on this side of the room.
Right. Right.
But on the other side of the sun, there's a bunch of other stars, right?
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You could only see, like if I could only see this side of the universe,
Okay.
right? But when in 6 months, when I'm on this side, I could only see at night. It's only night when this side is facing out. So I only could see this side of the room. Does that make sense?
No. Well,
Right?
the only reason I have a problem with that is because what we see is this. We see the sun though. So we do
No,
see
no,
this
let me-
way.
Constellation.
Listen. Here's the Earth on this side. It's
Yeah.
only nighttime on this side
Right.
because the sun's over here. The sun is shining over here, so it's daytime
Right.
on the.
So it's
when
nighttime here. It's daytime in Australia. Right.
you're not following me.
Okay.
We're just talking about just us.
Okay.
Don't worry about Australia or nothing.
Okay.
It could be like that, but
Okay.
it could be. But
Okay.
so this side of the Earth is what? Nighttime? Or
Yes.
daytime?
Yes. So yeah,
Is nighttime or daytime?
that's nighttime.
This side of the Earth is what?
Sun daytime.
Yeah, because the sun's on the inside.
right.
So when it's daytime, we're facing
The
according the sun.
Yes.
If this is true, right?
Okay.
All right. So we got all these stars over here that we're seeing at night.
All right.
6 months later, we're seeing all those stars, right?
Right.
And then 6 months later, back, we're seeing all those stars, right? So there should be, every 3 months or 6 months, there should be a different set of stars.
Constellation. Yeah, I was telling you.
We shouldn't
So-
see the same
yeah, 'cause you could
constellation.
see the same
Why
constellation
do
every
we?
time.
Why do we see the Big Dipper
Every night.
every night? Can you name, if you Google the distance of the sun from Earth, you're going to get 93 million miles. Can you name one scientist and the experiment that he did and explain how someone figured it out? Nobody can, but yet everyone accepts it. Name two astrophysicists who figured out that the sun was 93 million miles away, and then tell me exactly how they did it. They're talking about like triangulating Venus, and when you look into it, there's some kind of laser pointer that NASA has that they built in 1961 that they could tell the distance from Earth to Venus, and they triangle. So, but only NASA has this laser beam, and the moon is its own light source. It's not reflecting the sun. There's no doubt about that. The moon is its own luminary, including Operation Paperclip, including people know this, but then they know this, and then they still just go along with it. They took all these Nazi scientists, and they took Wernher von Braun and of NASA. He's the head of NASA.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
He directed all 6 moon missions,
They don't
and when he died, he had cancer for about a couple years before he died, and when he got cancer, during the last 4 years of his life, he hired this woman, Dr. Carol Roslin, and she was his assistant, his prepared speeches for him for 4 years. And she said, and you could go on YouTube and hear her talk about this all the time. She said that he told her that they're going to they're creating enemies. They need to create enemies. There's going to be terrorists from the Middle East, and then there's going to be the threat of an asteroid. They need, according to Wernher von Braun,
Like a crisis.
They need a crisis. They need a reason to start a Star Wars project, like a weaponized space. And Wernher von Braun told Dr. Carol Roslin, look that shit up. She'll tell you right out of her mouth. She said that he told her over and over again, the final threat is a fake alien invasion, and it's going to be a lie. He told her over and over for 4 years. Wouldn't get into detail. She said he would not explain or go into detail, but he made it really clear. On his deathbed, he made it clear to the day he died, the final conflict is going to be a fake alien invasion. And, and it makes sense. They're just...
some people that were involved in the creation of NASA was Jack Parsons.
And what isn't he a Satanist?
A Satanist.
And what about
Walt Disney too?
Walt Disney and Werner von Braun were
Nazis.
They were boys.
They're
And that's
straight
why
up
you go
Nazis.
to Disneyland and it's Space Mountain, and Disneyland was big in pushing space and getting space into
Guess who
everyone's
else had
head.
something to do with it? L. Ron Hubbard. Nobody
course.
talks about
Of
that
course.
because L. Ron Hubbard was
Science fiction writer.
best friends with Jack W. Parsons, and L. Ron Hubbard ended up banging Jack's wife, and it just caused chaos.
Throw Anton LaVey in there, the founder of the Satanic Church.
Aleister Crowley, dog, was a
Exactly.
big friend of all
When
them.
you start putting all those characters together,
know,
they
I'm with
are
you, dude.
trying to. They're creating this infinite space, but it's all fake. What does it say? Psalm what? 19:1.
19:1.
Watch, and then go read what that is. Now put up Psalm 19:1.
Oh, there it is at the bottom. Bam. Look at that.
Put
what
that
does
in.
it mean?
Put that up. Now, what does it say? What is that song?
Okay.
This is coming from the dude who faked 6 moon missions. Look at that.
The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament sueth.
The firmament
The firmament
sueth his handiwork.
dome.
And that's what Werner von Braun put on his tombstone, dude. Come on. People say, well, where's the proof of flat Earth? Like, dude, we're not the ones with all the NASA $18 billion budget. You know what I mean? We don't have to prove shit. You have to prove what you should ram down our
my
throats
God,
as
dude,
children.
you're blowing
You know what I
my
mean?
mind.
All we're doing is breaking down what you're saying. We don't have to prove.
You're
we don't have any equipment. We can't. How are we going to prove it?
You're
But you
blowing
know
my
one.
mind.
You know one thing that we can prove that I know for sure is that most of the Earth is water, right?
Yeah.
70-80%.
Yeah.
And water always finds its level, man. The only thing that's holding them together is the theory of gravity. Gravity hasn't been proved. There's no proof of gravity. You know, the people go, oh look, there's proof. Look, I lift this up and proof. All that's proof is this is more dense than the medium around it. What about a helium balloon? Helium balloon ain't gonna go down. It goes up. But it defied gravity? No, helium is less dense than the air around it, so it rises. You drop a boulder in the ocean, it sinks right to the ground. You drop a beach ball in the ocean, it stays right there at the top because the water is less dense, or the air in that ball is less dense than the water. How come the gravity doesn't pull it down to the bottom where the rock went?
No.
And then he crushed
just sent you something.
the video because people were saying, look at the video of the Red Bull jump. You could see curvature. Neil deGrasse Tyson says, that's not curvature, that's a fish-eyed lens.
See, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
Fish-eyed lens can make this room look curved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he had to admit that the footage, anytime you see footage from coming from the ISS, the International Space
One
Station,
open?
that's all fish-eyed lens. And people, they don't even see it. They're like it's like
Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Eddie, thanks for coming on. You're
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you.
XG, you're G.
course.
And we'll see you soon. Take care.
Do it.
Satellites are real?
I don't think so. If you look into the experiments to prove that the Earth is spinning, all of them failed. Look into it. You guys are fooled by the fish-eyed lens? Come on, man.